Hello, hello, peace and grace. I am 2 minutes late, so let me go ahead and wait for some people to come on. And I will go post the link onto my channel on the chat. Just give me one moment, please. Gonna post that link. Let me go share the link for the Muslim. Hello. Hey guys, bless you. Welcome, welcome. I am sharing. Okay, copy. Bless you. Welcome, 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 welcome. Let me go here. Share. I'll pin it for any Muslim to come up and defend their prophet. God bless you too. Op Barbarosa and Jax, welcome. God bless our beautiful sister in Christ. Wonderful to be in this live on this nice, yep, it is a nice and beautiful chilly Sunday. Let me see what's for here. I do apologize for not getting back to you. Respectfully, it's me, Bar. It's been busy, sorta, but we will be connecting soon, Lord willing. Yes, again, you're welcome. When you want to come on, just let me know. Email me, and when is a good time for you to come and show your testimony. Share it with us. I think it's important. And many Muslims need to hear it. Apostle, I've always remember Muhammad is Allah's name, 100th name of Allah. Yeah, but some would argue that Allah is actually Muhammad and Muhammad is actually Allah. So it seems like there's debate. Is Muhammad Allah's 100th name, or are they just both interchangeable with each other? I think two Christians should have the debate on that. This in-house debate. Let's see. Yeah, I did, and I'm watching, and I'm like, why is the chat not matching what's being said? And it turned out I was like 54 minutes behind, and I wasn't actually listening to everything in real time. But that's awesome, but I did, yeah, but that is awesome. Thank you, Jack Ray. You gifted 50 Apostate of Allah memberships. Thank you so much, and God bless you, and may God always bless you. You're very generous. Thank you so much. All right. So for Muslims to hop on, no, like for real, no. Jack Ray, you are you are a generous brother, and I see you and on the streams. I'm praying for you constantly for that. So that's so good. That's so nice. I love the church. I love people, and just the way that Christians choose to support ministry, whether it be by prayer or financial or even words of encouragement. It's awesome. It's just awesome. All right. Now, this is a live stream for Muslims to come up. I have my stream. The link to come up is it's pinned to the top for Muslims to come on and show me whether or not Muhammad was actually a mercy upon mankind. Because that is the thing. They say that Muhammad was a mercy upon mankind, and which is why everybody should follow him. He was this awesome dude. He did great things. He stopped burying little girls alive. Meanwhile, there's really no evidence that any of that even happened. That was just something Muslims say. So, but let's give it whatever. But what about everything else Muhammad has done? There are plenty of evil people out there. You can go ahead into prisons and find the most hardened criminals who've went to prison to do the most horrendous things. But if you look at their history, I'm sure they've done nice, good, kind things. Like nothing that they've done is 100% evil or bad. So what? I think if Muhammad saw the burying of little girls, his image of God barrenness of who he is because he was a human, saw that and it bothered him. Some may even argue, look at him, oh my gosh, those could have been my potential wives. That is also debatable. But with that said, so what? That does not negate the fact that he went and he ordered jihad for everybody. This does not to go fight in the cause of Allah. This does not negate the fact, I'll get you on, Abdul Karim. That does not negate the fact that the Muslims right now living in the West or any non-Muslim country, this is called Dar al-Harb, place of war. Their point was what they want to go ahead and conquest, which is why they always complain about the Western immorality and they don't leave. So let's go ahead. Let me bring up my first caller. Welcome, Abdul Karim. I am going to be a Muslim. You're guys, this is Islam. This is Islam. You heard that, right? Right here. MashaAllah. Instead of coming here and trying to do da'wah, come on, do some more. Instead of trying to do da'wah. This is the disgusting nature of Islam, and he's keep going. Let's not do da'wah. Let's not go defend Allah and their pedophile prophet. Let's go do this instead. MashaAllah. Because he can't defend his prophet. See, look, Abdul Karim, right here. Islam is the truth. And this is what we get. I left it on purpose. I want him to hear me as he's doing these things. You know, you have a chance to come onto my stream, Muslims. Oh, yes. This is the proof. Islam is true. This da'wah, this fart da'wah is strong. You have the chance to go and defend the faith that you hold so dearly to you. You love Muhammad. You love Allah. You love the Quran. You have a chance. Here is a Christian who constantly calls out the fact that your prophet climbed on top of a child, who's gonna go and expose how Muhammad was indeed not a mercy upon mankind, but quite the opposite. He was an evil man. But instead of debating me by defending your prophet against the stuff that I'm saying, you go onto a Christian stream and do that. Your mother must be proud. Your father must be clapping for you. This is Islam, folks. You can't defend. The fact of the matter is, you can't defend the indefensible. And Islam is indefensible. Let me go check here before I go. I'm going to play, before I play something. Instead of being a jerk, again, Claudio, you are a coward. You are a coward who follows a prophet who had to compensate the fact that he was flamboyantly gay with a bunch of wives. That's what you follow. Stop being a coward and come up here and defend your faith. At least there's other Muslims that come in and try their best. You, sir, are a coward who follows a flamboyantly gay prophet named Muhammad, who only had a bunch of wives to compensate the fact that he was. And he married Aisha because technically she's still a female, but she's still built like a boy. Because that's what 9-year-olds are built like. That's good? You like that? Let's see here. Unorthodox Christian. What is the are you unorthodox Christian? Does that mean you are not a Christian and you are a Muslim?
Good evening. No, I'm definitely a Christian, 100%. Oh. God bless you.
Oh, God
Glory
bless
to Jesus.
Praise God. Okay. How can I help you? Because I wanted some Muslims. Would you like to share something?
Yeah, I just thought I'd kill some time before you get some Muslims come on to defend their false religion. I just want to appreciate you and say thank you for all that you do. I think sort of ex-Muslims are the absolute best Christians because you know it from the other side, you see, in terms of all the limitations of Islam. And personally, I think I don't know if you agree with me, for so long, 1400 years, Islam has been protected by these layers of protection. So you had, of course, the ignorance of the West towards Arabic. You had even access to the Quran in English weren't so readily available. You then had access to the hadiths. You then have the scholars teaching one thing when we clearly know that the Quran then says another thing. And I think with Christianity, because you're a Christian, I'm a Christian, Christianity has had, since the Enlightenment, about 250 years worth of critique, of ridicule, of the Bible being took apart to try and break it down, essentially, and it's still here, whereas Islam has only had a couple decades really from the West looking into it to really think, what is it? Probably from 9/11. And even then, after then, I think people just thought that surely that's not what Islam teaches, to go and blow yourself up and kill people. That must be just the extremists. That's not what the religion is.
Once again, I'm gonna go ahead. I wanna Claudio, the coward that just stays behind a keyboard. He says this guy is clueless. Millions of Arab Christians accepted Islam. Who do you think many Muslims their forefathers were? Oh, I don't know. A bunch of Arabs coming in from the Arabian Peninsula, going in and causing war and cutting the tongues of people that in North Africa and in the Levant, forcing them to go ahead and speak Arabic, because you could only speak Arabic and pray in the Arabic language. And if they were caught, the Egyptians, if they were caught speaking their native native tongue, Coptic tongue, they would have had their tongues cut off. You had choices between going ahead, converting to Islam, paying the jizya, or dying. That's how people ended up becoming Muslims, because you would have the poor people not having the money to pay the jizya. So they would see that they have no choice but to convert to Islam. Or you have the ones who ended up dying, or you had the ones that had no choice. So you could miss me with that stuff. Muslims even admit that Islam spread with the sword amongst their own people. But amongst the ignorant Westerners, no, Islam is a religion of peace. So stop it, you coward. Unless you're going to come up here and stop hiding behind the keyboard like the keyboard jihadi that you are. Shush. And start learning things first. I am so sorry, unorthodox Christian.
No, that's all good. I didn't even mention anything about conversions from Christianity or Judaism to Islam at all. I didn't mention a thing. So for the last 20 years, what I can see, because I'm 42, I live in the UK, Islam hasn't been rebutted with any sort of strength until very recently. And I think personally, when you go on someone like, let's say, Momo Hijab's YouTube channel, and recently he tried to refute even something like the Islamic dilemma, you go into the comment section and you see loads of comments where people are saying, bro, you did a terrible job, you made it worse, da 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 da. And even if he has or hasn't, those comments get the most ticks. And of course, we know that the comments that get the most likes go to the top. So Muslims are seeing this now, whereby Christianity, for the first time, because of people like yourself, finally can do polemics whereby we don't always have to defend the Christian faith, which we've done successfully for the last 250 years. We can actually go on the offensive towards Islam. And the rate of ex-Muslims now, you can put into YouTube, as you know, everyone knows, ex-Muslim testimony, and you will scroll all day, all night, all day, all night. And that just wasn't a thing, say, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You had the Dr. Zakir Naik's lying through the scriptures. You had the Ahmadis Didat lying through the scriptures, and they just preyed on people's ignorance of the text. Whereas now we have all the access.
That was me. I didn't know people actually debated religion. I followed people like Zakir Naik and Ahmad Didat. I didn't know these things were a thing until one day I just decided on going on YouTube. I already have left Islam and converted, thinking that I was the only person to ever leave Islam. I thought I was a lone person until I come across people like David Wood, and I'm like, and I see his videos, like, wait a minute, I followed a religion that believed this. And then I come across Nabil Qureshi, where I was like, wait, there are people that actually left Islam and I'm not the only one. But now, praise God, that even the Muslim leaders know that there is an avalanche.
That's what they said, yes.
For their young Muslim people, because they are leaving Islam. And listen, the internet is Islam's worst nightmare, because everything now, there used to be a time where you have to go and spend all the money to go buy all the books and the hadiths and all these things. Now, everything's at your fingertips.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Christianity had that type of level of control where they kept it in Latin for the longest time. You had to go to the priest for them to tell you what the Bible actually says. So Christianity has been through that period of ignorance as well. It's worth just being honest, as you know, we'd agree. But we've sort of come through that, whereby anyone can have a Bible. You can read it, you can pray in the Holy Spirit and gain your knowledge. You don't have to go to somebody else to tell you the basics of your faith. Whereas in Islam, the fact that you have to recite it in a language that perhaps you don't understand, and then, because I've had a debate with a very, very good Muslim friend of mine, very, very good. Sort of, we go to each other's houses, and we had sort of 2 years constantly of back and forth, but with love, with respect, whereby he challenged bits that he didn't understand or contradictions that he thought that were in the Bible. And that made me have to sort of research and go into it. And then I was sort of questioning him things on Islam. And it was from a point whereby you can only do that with a very, 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 very sort of good friend, you see. And I'll just sort of wrap up here. because I like to sort of discover how Islam first got started. As you know, from the first encounter, he didn't know what was going on, Muhammad. So, of course, he went to his wife, absolutely scared out of his mind. And it was actually his uncle-in-law, Warwicker, air quotes, a Christian, that said, yes, surely this is the same being that approached Moses, angel Gabriel. You are a prophet from God. So that was his first stamp of approval. And we know nowhere in the Bible does it ever say angel Gabriel spoke to Moses, because the Bible says that God, Yahweh, spoke to Moses directly. It weren't through an intermediary. And for a Muslim to answer that question, where did Warwicker get that information from? Because I've spoken to Hamza's Den, and he said, I don't know. And just to sort of how it started, so how your religion first started was off a lie that no Torah has ever been found with Gabriel meeting Moses. And it's just a lie.
But he was the one that was copying the scriptures. Where did he get those scriptures? Because Muslims would also claim that because the Jews and the Christians went ahead and corrupted their own scriptures, that's Allah ended up sending down the seal of the prophets Muhammad with the Quran. Then what was Wara'a writing down?
Exactly. In the 7th century, the hadith says that Allah used to allow him to translate the Torah and the Injil, so why it says the gospel, of course, into Arabic from Hebrew or Aramaic or Greek or Latin or whatever that was. But why would Allah want him to translate a corrupted text? It must have been correct in the 7th century. So there's just holes everywhere. And we know this falls in the narrative because you always heard not one dot, not one tittle has ever been changed. Now, because of polemics, they've had to update to say, no. There is multiple Arabic Qurans, but they all mean the same thing. And then when we dig into it and we can see that they mean different things, like Lot's wife, did she go out with them or did she go afterwards? You know, both those can't happen at the same time. And personally, I think in 5 to 10 years' time, at the rate that it's going now, 70% of Westerners that convert to Islam leave the faith, and up to between 23 to 27% of people in the West raised as Muslim leave the faith. And this is only the early stages. So 5 to 10 years, I think it'll be just a shadow of its former self. It won't be able to defend its lies as it has done for however long it has, 1400 years.
Yes, indeed.
So it's a wonderful thing. And I really sort of just praise you for sort of being so brave in terms of, because it's not easy. I think Westerners think, get out there and ridicule it, but it's not easy, you see. And, God bless you for sort of being able to see through the doctrine. Absolutely amazing.
Do you have any YouTube channel or anywhere social medias anybody can go ahead and follow you there?
No, I don't have anything. I just sort of attend and just sort of speak to people locally, but literally nothing, no presence. But yeah, love the channel, love what you're doing, and keep it going, because we can see it's not like we're trying to insult literally anybody. We're all at the mercy of God and the grace that we get through Lord Jesus Christ. And Christians, if you know your stuff, you will know and agree that the Father absolutely loves Muslims, and his arms are open, and each and every day, however many hundreds, if not thousands of Muslims are coming to Christ. So you can see the love's there, the care is there, and it's not sort of anyone's being ridiculing or mocking or making fun. So that was just what I wanted to sort of finish off with, that it's not about that at all.
Yes. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it.
And you, God bless you. God bless everyone.
God bless you. All right. That was nice. Okay, while we wait, I'm gonna go. Claudio said something very ignorant and dumb earlier. He said, "Apostate of Allah." This is how he sounds in my head. Okay, so what you're hearing is this is how I read all of his comments. Apostate of Allah. Well, really, in Egypt, were 15 million Coptic Christians. Where until before there, they have their own churches. Stop waffling your lies. Okay. Claudio, you are a very ignorant and misled. Here, did you know in Egypt, there's a place, okay, in Egypt where it has the largest concentration of Christians, and they are called the Zabbalin. Okay, Zabbalin means the garbage people. They literally are forced to live amongst the garbage. And in Egypt, oh, they have their own churches, yeah, until some jihadi goes ahead and lights it on fire or blows it up. Christians in Egypt have to worry all the time for fires to be lit up, their electricity turned off. They're treated like trash. So shut up with your ignorant nonsense. Just own it. You already know your Quran teaches this trash. Stop pretending like it doesn't. One second. Because this is what in Egypt you have this problem. Literally, they are called Zabbalin. They live in the Zbala. They live amongst the trash. Let's go ahead and read this article. Okay, everybody see it. All right, let's go ahead and read this together. This is from icpprayer.org, where it says Egypt Coptic Christians live in garbage city. Okay, Coptic Christians are 11 to 15% of Egypt's population and the largest Christian community in the Middle East. So these people are the largest Christian community in the Middle East. Let's see let's read some more about the largest Christian community in the Middle East. The Zabbalin. Wait one second. The Zabbalin, known in Arabic as the garbage collectors, are the largest single concentration of Christian Coptics. 70,000. Let's continue. For 8 generations, they have been Cairo's unofficial trash collectors, living in harsh conditions, harvesting garbage from the streets and businesses and transporting it into their communities in the hills where it is sorted and sold. They just happen to adopt it because they're garbage people. This is how Christians are treated in Egypt. And that's not even a dent into their persecution. Father Saman Ibrahim presides over the Zabbalin's garbage city. His church has supported many of the social services vital to the Zabbalin people since the 1970s. This is still going on now and has been going on back then. Like many in Egypt, Saman is uneasy about the future. Sectarian attacks have increased over the past year, and conditions in the community have not improved since the fall of Hosni Mubarak's government, which, by the way, people can say a lot of things about Hosni Mubarak. But the second Hosni Mubarak ended up stepping down and stopped being the Egypt's president, 7 churches were burnt down that same night. 7 churches. I will never forget that day. I wasn't even a Muslim. I wasn't even a Christian at the time. I was still a Muslimah. And I'm sitting down and I'm like, because Egypt, even Egyptians in general, they're very prideful people about their heritage, right? So as long as you're a Christian over there and you're not a Muslim converting to Christianity, and as long as you're not trying to convert me, everybody is an Egyptian. It's okay. So in my mind, I remember listening to it, I was like, wow, Hosni Mubarak leaves and all of a sudden 7 churches get burnt down in one night. Okay, why? By Islamic people, by Muslim people, ignorant people. Many people, by the way, are going and supporting places like Palestine. They hated him and they loved Morsi. Oh, this is a whole different situation. I'm not going to get into here. Yep. Go look what happened in the past when Hosni Mubarak ended up stepping down. What happened that same night? 7 churches. See, people can say a lot of things about that man. He was terrible. He did rule Egypt with an iron fist, but he made sure those terrorists were not terrorizing. He hated the Islamic Brotherhood, which is why these Hamas and pro-Palestine people hated him. And which is why they also hate Assisi right now. There's a lot of stuff that's corrupt about him. But hey, let's not get into that. Let's continue reading over here. I have opinions. Like many in Egypt, some man is uneasy about the future term after. Okay, we are waiting for the new constitution that we might. Nothing. All of that is nothing. So let's go ahead. What is the Zebulun? You might be wondering, what does that look like? What does a place called where people are called the Zebulun look like? Let's go ahead and pull up some images. Oh, I'm not sharing. Why aren't I not sharing my screen? You know, because these people follow the religion of peace. Muhammad, who was a mercy upon mankind, they follow that man. Here's Zebulun. Look. This is what happens when you follow the religion of peace, aka Islam. This is the Zebulun. This is them. This is them. This is them. This is the Zebulun. This is how the Egyptian government, the Muslim Egyptians, treat their own people because they are Christian. I mean, literally, the Quran says that Muslims are the best of creatures and Christians and Jews are lower than cattle. They're just living it out. They're just living it out. This is what following the religion of peace does. Hey, Than, what's up? Welcome. Good to see you here, brother. Good to see you. If you want to come up and talk about the religion of peace, you can. You're more than welcome. This is what happened. So again, no Muslims coming up here to show how Muhammad, who climbed on top of a little girl and did all these little things, and the fruits later on, over 1400 years later, the fruits of Islam. So now Claudio can stop being a troll and stop lying for Islam. If you don't like this, this is Islam for you. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. They do have a very high apostasy rate. And a lot of them, unfortunately, become atheists, unfortunately. Yeah. So, with that being said, everybody disturbed? Everybody here disturbed? Because that's very disturbing, because we have a bunch of Muslims that enjoy lying. They enjoy it. Yeah, we have different the Christian nations colonized. No, Christians don't colonize. And did you forget what I was saying earlier on the stream? How did Islam spread? How did Islam spread again? Literally by the sword. The biggest colonizers on the face of the earth are Muslims. Islam is the cause of the worst colonization, because not only does Islam colonize lands, it colonizes your brain. It colonizes your brain. Anyway. Yeah, I don't understand why Muslims are complaining about colonialism. This is what they do. They colonize. They're just terrible people. Now, he's an inconsistent Muslim. I don't know what else to say. Maybe he's a kafir. Maybe he already apostatized and he didn't know, because you can do that in Islam. But talking about inconsistent Muslims, there's this guy. He's a Muslim. This was recently shared with me. He's a Muslim dude, and he has a problem with Momo hijab. So much so that he did a video on Momo hijab. So let me go over here. Is this it? No. I'm going to post up that video. Oh, no, it won't be there. It would be right here. Okay. 1 second. How do I make this bigger? And I'm going to start in the beginning. His name is Asad Mahmoud. He's a Muslim who has a beef with Momo. Let me go share my screen now. All right. But he says a lot of things. I'm like, bro, but this is what your religion teaches, like literally. But let's go ahead and start listening. He criticizes Muhammad. So over here, the title is A Moderate Muslim's Take on Muhammad Hijab's latest video. So let's see what this says.
Hello everyone, this is Asad Mahmood and you're watching The Common Ground. Today I want to react to one of Muhammad Hijab's latest video in which he's talking about the number of Muslims in the European continent. And he's drawing some conclusion out of it. We will see what are those conclusions and then I will react to it. According to me, Muhammad Hijab is a radical Islamist. One of those Islamists who want to impose Islam on everybody regardless of their own religious preferences. They want to impose Sharia law in the Western countries. They want to just eliminate the Western lifestyle, Western liberties. They want to destroy all of it. And they are here.
Doesn't that just sound like Islam? Muhammad, so this just sounds like Muhammad Hijab is a Muslim. Right? I mean, like, has he ever cracked open his, like, I'm sure he means well, but like, has he ever cracked open his, you know, his Quran and read verse 226, where it talks about how jihad is what's prescribed for Muslims? 1 second, let me go pull that up. I'm going to pull that up and I'm going to read that actually. Quran chapter 2 verse 216. So let me go ahead and do that. to verse 216, because he's saying like Muhammad Hijab is radical Muslim, and he doesn't like that because he wants to go and just have people just convert to Islam no matter what and get rid of the West way of life. But literally, Quran chapter 2, verse 216 says, warfare is ordained for you, though it is hateful unto you, but it may happen that ye may hate a thing which is good for you, and may it happen that ye love, let me make sure this is showing, yeah, that ye love, this language, okay, that ye love which is bad for you. Allah knoweth, ye know not. Like, you know nothing, man. You just hate this thing because, you know, it doesn't even say that it's hateful, but it may happen. Wait, this is sounding, according to this Muslim, according to that Muslim, when say your brother has lost connection to his screen. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't this sound like what this Muslim has a problem with? Okay, maybe I'm interpreting it wrong. Let's go read the tafsir. What does Ibn Abbas has to say, man? He says, warfare is ordained for you in times of a general call to arms with the Prophet. Though it's hateful to you, it's hard on you. Not in the al-Zut sense, maybe. But it may happen that ye hate a thing fighting in the way of Allah, which is good for you, and that you obtain martyrdom and spoils, and that it may happen that ye love a thing abstaining and fighting in the way of Allah, which is bad for you, and that which you will not obtain martyrdom or spoils. So wait a minute. Not fighting in the way of Allah is bad for you, but fighting in the way of Allah is good for you. Can somebody make sense over here? So let's go see what little Mr. Muslim that has a problem with Muhammad Hijab. Like, I got beef with Muhammad Hijab. The stuff that he teaches, I mean, he follows an evil prophet. But like, he's following and he's doing the things that he's doing because that's literally what his evil prophet commands him to do. Anyway, let us continue. Nobody cares. It's not about what you like, and it's not about what you don't like. I am sure you are a great person, okay? But what you like and what you don't like are two very irrelevant things. This is what Islam teaches. He's trying to be consistent with his religion. Sir, welcome to the apostate club. You, sir, are an apostate. See, nobody's stopping from going to mosques or to the club. You have freedom. He enjoys, as a Muslim, the freedom that the West gives. What's going on with the volume? You don't hear it? You guys couldn't hear it? Oh, my volume or the video volume? TikTok. Huh. That's interesting. Let me see. Let me go try again. Let me do something. Let me see. Let me see. Let me try a different thing. Let's get down to business and defeat the Huns. Then give me dawn. I asked for sons. All right, let me go like this. Go to my channel. That is very, very, very interesting. I wonder why that happened. How do I? How do I go to? Oh, ay. I am a professional. Okay. I am a professional. How do I go see my? That's not what I wanted. Huh. Let me go see. Oh my gosh. Please hold. Yes. Yes to that. Okay, let me go see here. All right. Let me see. Can you guys?
In the common ground.
Can you
Today,
guys
I
hear
want to
that?
react to one of Muhammad
Can you
Hijab's
hear
latest
this?
video in which he's talking about the number of
Can you hear it?
Muslim in the European continent, and he's trying.
Let me see my chat now. Were you guys able to hear that? All right. Praise the Lord from whom all blessings flow. Praise him, all creatures here below. Praise Father, Son. All right, let me go back to where he was like, yo, I have freedom to go to the mosque or go to the club. He enjoys his Western privileges. He enjoys his Western freedoms. Freedom, sir, Mr. Muslim, Mr. Assad Mahmoud, that you do not have inherently in Islam. Just embrace the full plunge. Enjoy the apostate club.
Me from going to the mosque or the club. No, it comes to my own free will, which path I will take. So that is how Allah will like to check its own people. So that is what my belief is. And I don't believe in restrictive imposition of religion on anyone.
Fight those who do not believe in Allah on the last day. Fight those. I understand that there are Muslims. He is out of Islam. You're absolutely right, Phil. I understand that there are Muslims out there that feel uncomfortable when they see their Muslim counterparts commit evils. I understand how uncomfortable that is. However, and this is very important, they, by doing these things, are not acting contrary to what Islam teaches. Quite the opposite. If anybody is a quote unquote radical Muslim, it is the Muslim that looks at those actual Muslims following in the footsteps of Muhammad and say that they're wrong and that this is not what they believe. The Quran says to fight the Jews, the Christians, the polytheists, and the hypocrites. A hypocrite in Islam is somebody that identifies as a Muslim. That's what a hypocrite is. A hypocrite is somebody that does the things and does the things that's contrary to what Muhammad teaches and questions the things that Muhammad teaches. If you question anything that Muhammad taught, you are outside the fold of Islam. You are now an apostate. How dare you question Muhammad? But that's what Muhammad Hijab is doing. So he's having a problem with what Muhammad Hijab is spewing out of his mouth, but he's not spewing anything out of his mouth that's contrary to your religion, sir. I don't know what else to say to that. So let's continue on with what homie's trying to say.
So let's watch the video and then I will react to it.
Our numbers are massive. There's 50 million Muslims in Europe. There's more Muslims in Europe than there are in some Muslim majority countries. If all the Muslims in Europe were one country, it would be one of the biggest Muslim countries in the world. That's the
It's literally earlier on in the stream I talked about Dar al-Harb, how the West is Dar al-Harb, and why they don't leave. Because their point is like they can complain about Western freedoms and our ideals here in the West. And you wonder, it's like, okay, if you don't like it, you could just literally go to Afghanistan. Like you could literally go to all of these Muslim countries. Why are you here? Why are you trying your best and doing all the things that you do? Why are you spending all the money that you need to spend while going to embassies and all these things, filing for visas to come to the West? Why are you fleeing your war-torn, disgusting, horrible countries? You're fleeing it because it's war-torn and disgusting. But then why do you want to come here and make it the same way? It's because they want to expand. This is a form of jihad. This is why they marry a bunch of wives and have them live lives where they've never been pregnant. They've never not been pregnant. They just pop out babies because they believe once you're Muslim when you're born, so they pop out babies. Forgetting the fact that many of them end up leaving, but that's besides the point. Why come here? Why come here, whine and complain? Go back to your war-torn country. But here he's saying, oh, there's so many and they're growing. Can we please go ahead? Let's look. Pay attention what Europe looks like now because of it. Because Europe decided on being, oh, we gotta go ahead and compensate for our retarded self. Well, the things that we've done in the past, so now we have to let in everybody now? Is that what happened? That is literally what happened, and now look at Europe. Crimes up. Grape up. Whining and complaining. There's one that was whining and complaining. There was a video who had these cherry chocolates somewhere in Costco or some store, complaining that a country in the West, I do believe it was Europe, was selling a chocolate with alcohol. Like, homie, if you don't like it, go back to freaking Saudi Arabia. Go to Afghanistan. Go to Qatar. We don't have to worry about that. My gosh. Grow up. Oh my, I'm in a tangent. Holy moly guacamole. Oh, 1 second. Let me go finish. I see somebody. Jabber Jabber. Hey, welcome, Jabber Jabber.
Hello?
Long time no hear from you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
Usually one of my usually I just listen to like one of my Dawa friends is usually live this time, so I kind of focus on listening to him.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You don't have to apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm just laughing about what you're saying because
What?
I'm just thinking of my Umrah trip last year.
Okay.
How touristy Mecca and Medina have become.
Mm-hmm.
You used to be Muslim, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever got the chance to actually go to the Middle East and actually?
I've been to the Middle East. I've never gotten a chance to do Umrah.
No.
No.
If you think the West is a very good place, you actually be surprised. If you go into Haramain, it's like a wallahi, it's like a heaven on earth. If
Okay.
people people in this day and age, they say,
But can
oh,
I ask you, what does that have to do with what I was saying? I was saying if people have a problem with what it's like here in the West and certain ideals, they can go to those other countries. Like they're not forced to be here.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm out of here. Like after like a year or so, I'm out of here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where are you going? To Saudi Arabia? Where are you going?
Medina University. I'm
Oh,
off
okay.
to Al Medina because they have more opportunity, and it's just
Okay. Are you
the
originally
West.
Saudi?
What?
Are
Sorry.
you originally Saudi?
No.
Okay.
I'm North African, but it's just like it's just, how do I say it? The West is kind of too uh you know just not to my standards. You get what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, that's your prerogative. That's your opinion. You're allowed to have that.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you're going there for school.
Yeah, but probably like I'm just gonna wait a year longer and then go.
Okay. That sounds good. All right. You
But
can
anyway,
do
what's
that.
the topic?
The topic is Muhammad a mercy upon mankind?
Well, of course.
Can you
In,
elaborate?
yeah, because he revealed the religion of Islam, and if he could prove Islam to be true, then obviously, like that means the person that would have revealed it obviously would have had to been like how do I say it? Like would how do I say it? If Islam is true, then the person that who would have revealed it had to be like a it had to be, because in chapter 33 verse 21, and in chapter 60 verse 4, and chapter 60 verse 7, it says that Prophet Muhammad SAW is the perfect role model for society. So if you follow his teachings and his examples, that means we can have a perfect society.
What has he but then what has he done? Like because I can go ahead and bring up some stuff like all right,
Now,
mm,
what standard are you're holding Muhammad to? What standard?
just a standard of humanity.
Isn't that
That's what that's it.
wouldn't that be subjective?
Well, let's look at this then so to help us out. Let me see
Okay.
if this will show up here. Will that show? I have a hadith. No, would this work like this? You wouldn't come. Anyways, you wouldn't. Oh, wait, I could have used this. Oh, yeah. All right. So you see this hadith, right? Let me go ahead and read it. And this is a Sahih hadith, Sahih Muslim 2123a.
Mhm.
And it says prohibition adding hair extensions and have these things and tattoos and whatnot, right?
Mm.
So here it says we could have that debate. It's not like whatever, but this is not the point here. This specific hadith doesn't sound very merciful or kind. It says Aisha reported that a girl of the Ansar who had fallen ill, had lost the hair, was married. They, her relatives, thought of adding false hair to her head. So they asked Allah's messenger about it. Whereupon he cursed the woman who adds false hair and the woman who asks for it. This here is a young girl who's sick and her hair is falling out. And just like here's a wig, some false hair. So let's say she could feel better. So she doesn't have to walk around bald or with her thinning hair looking sickly. And so they asked Muhammad, and his response to that was not very merciful, was not very kind, was not very loving. Instead, he goes and says, cursed is the woman who adds false hair and the woman who asks for it. Is that really kind? Just having a little girl saying no and she's sick and she's ill? This is not a woman
Again,
or a girl. One second.
okay.
This is not
Yeah.
a girl or a woman that just wants to go ahead and wear a wig because they want to just look good when they go out. This is a young girl who's
Yeah,
ill.
I
and
get
sick.
what you mean. I believe. Hang on, let me think of the verse for a minute. Just a sec. Just a second. In Quran chapter 4, verse 119, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala condemns people changing the creation of Allah.
Okay, but this is not changing the whole creation of Allah. Like, I don't
Not the whole
understand.
creation.
No,
Mm.
I mean like have how you look. I know that verse is like how don't put on tattoos and don't specific things. But this is a little girl who is sick who asked. So what he could have said is like, okay, sister, Allah said this, this, and that. You're not supposed to go ahead and change. And that's not what he said. He says, cursed. Cursed are you and the one who asked for it. About a little girl who is ill, is sick, and her hair is falling out. Is that really merciful? Because there could have been, he could have said, no, it's not permitted, and quoted what you just finished quoting, but that's not what Muhammad did.
Actually, I wonder what the scholars say on this issue. I'm not very sure. But
But the
I know
hadith
what you
here,
mean. Like,
but the hadith here is very clear, and it's sahih. I
yeah,
always
I know what
try
you
my
mean.
best to pick up sahih hadith.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So is
No,
this a merciful? Is this merciful or is this not merciful? Just reading it at face value.
At face value. Yeah, from face value. Yeah. So hang on. So, you said Curse is the one who what? Sorry.
It
Curse is the
says,
one who asks for it, and the one who.
yeah, cursed upon, whereupon he cursed the woman who adds false hair and the woman who asks for it.
Oh. Yeah, I have to go. I have to get back to you on that. I don't know.
So
But I believe when
is
the Quran says no, hang on. I believe when the Quran says he's a mercy to mankind, I believe this is referring more to like from a religious perspective, like from like bringing Islam to the world, and I don't believe this is talking about an individualistic perspective.
but isn't part of the sunnahs following the ways of Muhammad? That's part of the sunnah. And you look upon Muhammad, what he said is not, this is not just bringing Islam into the world. Part of Islam, like just, like that, oh, he brought Islam, so this is why he's mercy upon mankind. It's also what he did. It's also how he spoke. Part of the sunnah is to do the things that he did, speak about the things that he did. Basically, look, okay, what would Muhammad do? What would Muhammad say? Here we have an example of something where he had every opportunity to be merciful and kind, and he didn't say that. So I need you to answer me this question and be honest here, Jabir. Okay? Is this merciful?
To be completely honest with you, no.
It's not merciful. There could have been a completely, and thank you for saying that, because he could have went ahead and said that no, Allah says you're not supposed to change anything that he's created, like by your face, how he created you. So it's really not permissible. He could have read Quran over. Instead, he curses these women.
But it doesn't mean hang on, but it doesn't go when it says curses the one who does this and does that, it doesn't mean they go to hell, because they could still get forgiven.
It doesn't matter. We're talking about the
Yeah.
mercy upon mankind, Muhammad,
Yeah.
saying that.
Yeah. But I just want to make that clear, like to people watching, because like those people could still could still ask for forgiveness. But yeah, that I don't.
I didn't say that. I'm not saying that one cannot ask for forgiveness. I'm saying that this is what he said as the prophet. This is not some random person. This is the prophet of Islam.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean.
So here, he's not a mercy upon mankind. So wouldn't that go ahead and say, okay, he's not a mercy upon mankind after all? Like, just to stay consistent? So what would
Yeah.
qualify? So what would qualify
Mhm.
a mercy upon mankind? How is Muhammad a mercy upon mankind?
Again, when I read the verse, because if you read the verses right after, it talks about like Islam. Like when you go to chapter 21, I believe, verse. Hang on.
21 verse.
Hang on. I'm trying to find it. 107, I believe. Yeah, 107. That's the verse that talks about mercy to mankind. I could be wrong, but yeah.
Okay, let's see. All right. Let's go read this. Oh, is it sharing? Oh, no. Okay. 1 second. Share this tab instead. All right. So here it is. This is chapter 21, verse 107. We can go ahead and we can actually read the context. So let's start at verse 6 then. All right. Let's read that. Indeed, in this Quran is notification for a worshipping people. Or Yusuf Ali says, verily in this Quran is a message for people who would truly worship Allah. Next. We sent not thee, but as a mercy for all creatures.
I just read another translation where it says, "We sent you, not but also for as a blessing for mankind."
What
So I don't
translation
know.
is that? Because that's
Yeah,
not.
yeah, I don't know what it says on. I believe myislam.org. I don't know. It's when I.
Yeah, but it says rahmah here. 1 second.
Yeah,
It says
yeah,
rahmah. It's not blessing. It's mercy.
yeah. When I went online, it says on myislam.org.
Yeah, I get it, but I highlighted where it says rahmah and it's not
Yeah,
mercy. In the Arabic is
yeah, yeah,
mercy.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if it continue
Okay.
reading, it gives you context for the verse.
Okay, let's continue. So it doesn't say blessing.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you? Yeah, there's an echo coming from your side.
My bad.
Okay. Alrighty then. So it's mercy, not blessing. All right, so let's go. It says, we sent thee not, but as a mercy for all creatures. Verse 8. Say, what has come to me, my inspiration is that your Allah is one Allah. Will ye therefore bow to his will in Islam? And then it says, say about Muhammad, it is only revealed to me that your God is but one God. So will you be Muslims in submission to him? Let's see. But if they turn away, then say, I have announced to all of you equally, and I know not whether near nor or far that which you have promised. I'm confused at what you want me to go ahead and see. Indeed, he knows
You
that
read
he
it already.
Okay,
Where it
but
talks about him. No, you read the part already where it talks about like worshiping Allah only. It
okay,
kind of
then
goes
how
into
do
my
you do that
interpretation of the
then?
verse.
But then how do you do that then?
So like, with my interpretation, remember I told you, where is that when Allah says that He
Mm-hmm.
wasn't sent except for as a mercy for all mankind, it's talking about the religion being revealed to Him.
Okay, what's in
How?
that religion?
Huh?
What's in that religion? How do you follow the religion that was revealed to him?
It says to worship one God. In
I
believe
worship
it's
I worship one
108.
God.
And then wait, hang on, sorry. No, it's not talking about how to worship it, but it's just talking about like the revelation itself,
What's
you
in
know,
that revelation?
huh?
What's in the revelation and who sent it?
Muhammad. Sorry,
Yeah,
Allah sent it. Allah sent it. Excuse me.
yeah, through Muhammad.
Mm.
What's in that revelation?
the laws, stories of the prophets,
How do you follow? What do you need to be a Muslim?
oh, the six articles of faith. You need the 5 pillars of Islam. Those are the main things to become a Muslim.
And one of those things you would agree is to follow the Sunnah, right? What is the Sunnah?
The Sunnah is what the Prophet said, what the Prophet did. Yeah.
Let's go back to what we were talking about before. This is what the Prophet said. And I'm echoing again.
Oh, sorry.
This is what the Prophet said and what the Prophet did. This is not a mercy upon mankind. So there seems to be an inconsistency in what the Quran says about Muhammad. Because I asked the question, is Muhammad really a mercy upon mankind? Because I know the Quran calls Muhammad a mercy upon mankind. And I'm gonna be like straight, is like this is gonna be like, again, this is no harm to you, and I don't mean any harm to you, Jabir, okay? But there's what a mercy upon mankind. Marry a little girl while she's still playing with dolls.
Yeah,
Like,
that's so easy to refute. That's so easy.
how? No, it's not
No, I
about
can't
about
even give you a
refuting.
simple example to refute
No,
that one.
no, it's not about. Can we? No, I'm really being serious with you. Like, again, I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is not.
I can refute that one.
I know you're probably talking with your dawah people and everybody and people that you listen to. You guys are always so, like, close to be like, yeah, I want to get this gotcha moment. This is not a gotcha moment.
Yes. Okay.
This
okay.
is why, no, this is why I said what I said before I shared the hadith. Is this a way? Because you have to, according to the Sunnah, according to Muhammad, according to your sources, Muhammad did marry a young 9-year-old girl, consummated the marriage with her. She married her when she was 6 and consummated the marriage with her when she was 9, and she was still playing with dolls. And that
Okay.
is even
Can you
before
explain? Can you
puberty.
explain how she
Now,
was at the same height as him?
what?
Yeah, there's a hadith that says Aisha was at the same height as Prophet Muhammad
So
sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
there are a lot of short dudes.
Whoa, you think Muhammad?
You're asking me? Have you seen him? I haven't seen him. But
Bro,
again, to go back to the mercy upon mankind,
yeah. Don't
is
sidetrack.
is this a mercy upon mankind?
I already told you. I said I'd get back to you on this.
No, this is a different hadith.
Oh, which one?
This is
Sorry. Oh yeah,
this
playing with dolls.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't necessitate that she was a young girl.
It does.
I can give you a simple example. I'll give you a simple
Wait,
example.
what? No, what? You said doesn't necessitate that she was a young girl. It says the messenger of Allah married me when I was 6 and consummated the marriage with me when I was 9, and I used to play with dolls. She was a young girl because playing with dolls is haram before you reach puberty. 1 second, let me
Hang
go
on a
show
sec.
you one instead. Because this one actually has all the information. It says
Yeah,
narrated Aisha, Sahih Bukhari
sorry.
6130.
Mm-hmm.
Says is narrated by Aisha.
Mhm.
I used to play with the dolls in the presence of the Prophet, and my girlfriends also used to play with me. When Allah's messenger used to enter my dwelling place, they used to hide themselves, but the Prophet would call them to join and play with me. The playing with dolls and similar images is forbidden, but it was allowed for Aisha at that time as she was a little girl, not yet reached the
Is
age
that
of
in is that
puberty.
in the hadith? That last part you just said? No. So prove to me that's haram. The playing with dolls.
I just read it. It's right. Sahih Bukhari 6130. It says, this is not me.
Mhm.
I'm a Christian. I do not believe playing with dolls is forbidden. I'm like, you can play with dolls and have
Yeah.
fun. Okay, it says right here, literally says the playing of dolls with dolls and similar images is forbidden and was not allowed, but it was allowed for Aisha at that time as she was a little girl, not yet reached the age of puberty. This is not me. You're asking me to prove something to you. I'm reading your own source, my friend. And says that she was a little girl. You said earlier when I had the marriage one out that doesn't necessitate that she was a young child, that she was a little girl.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. So what were we saying? Oh yeah. So about her being the same height as the Prophet. So let me find. Let me Google up
Can we
the height of
stick?
the Prophet Muhammad
Can we
Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
stick? Like, how about I don't understand what the height of Muhammad has to do with the price of tea in China. He could be 10 feet tall. That's besides the point. Okay, that's the fact. I'm bringing up your sources. It doesn't matter how tall he was or how short he was.
But you believe she was a little girl.
Not me. This well, I know why I believe this. Why she was a little girl? Because this is what your sources are saying. If your sources didn't say this, I wouldn't be talking about this.
Okay, so
It doesn't matter. The height doesn't matter. I mean, like, I've seen 10-year-olds, 10, 12-year-olds, boys and girls mad tall. That doesn't matter. They're still children.
all right. So okay, so you said she was still playing with dolls. I
I
believe.
didn't say.
Oh,
I didn't say. Your sources say.
now this hadith specifically. Can you prove to me this hadith specifically? This is like when she was 9, or this is before? Because you said they had the contract at 6 and then they consummated at 9.
Okay,
So this hadith specifically, can you prove this is after the consummation?
Jabir, please follow with me. Okay,
Oh yeah,
follow.
we'll follow.
All right.
Okay.
So here is this hadith. Okay, let's go first. Sahih. This is Sahih, narrated by Aisha. All right, Sunan an-Nasai 3378. Graded Sahih. It says it was narrated that Aisha said, "The Messenger of Allah married me when I was 6, and consummated the marriage with me when I was 9, and I used to play with dolls." And then when you go ahead and bring this up, it tells you that playing with dolls and similar images is forbidden but is allowed for Aisha at that time as she was a little girl, not yet reached the age of puberty. Whether or not she was 6, 7, 8, or 9 does not matter. She was still prepubescent because she was still playing with dolls.
Okay. And
I'm just bringing up your sources. You said prove to you. I read your sources. Is this an act that a mercy upon mankind should do? And it doesn't matter again how tall Muhammad was or how short Aisha was. It doesn't matter.
all right, and then another thing I want to bring up. Sorry.
Mm.
With marriage, right? Was Aisha okay with it? Because it wouldn't be, because if Aisha wasn't okay with it, then of course it wouldn't be okay. But if Aisha didn't matter, then it's okay, I guess.
Wait, she was a child. A child can consent?
For example, in the state of California, we don't have an age of marriage.
It doesn't. Okay. The argument, please, for the. We don't follow and look to the leaders of California, which, by the way, there is consent. But we don't look at the leaders of California and be like, okay, these people is who we follow for our moral guidance. That this is the leaders over there are our prophets. So what people did back then, it doesn't matter. Wrong is wrong, right? You guys still follow Muhammad as the perfect man, the moral conduct that you should go ahead and follow. So who cares about California? That's not my authority. What California does or doesn't do. Like can we just, is this a thing that is this something a person of moral conduct does? Good moral conduct.
Morality
Why?
comes from God.
Okay, I don't disagree with that. I'm talking about is Muhammad a mercy upon mankind? Is this something that somebody morally should go ahead and do like merciful? If you saw another Muslim man see a young girl that's 9 years old, he's 56 and she's 9, and he consummates the marriage with her, is that really merciful?
Well, I'll probably come up to him and just ask him two questions. One, do they have a contract? Two, does she consent? That's probably the only two questions I'd ask him.
So you're good with 10-year-old girls marrying and having sex with 56-year-old men.
Again, if those two criteria are met.
That doesn't, yeah. You're okay with a 10-year-old girl marrying and having sex with a 56-year-old man just because they're married. They happen to have did their katb kitab, their book, whatever. There's their Islamic marriage, so it's okay. You're good with that. That's moral and good and merciful. Now, does a 10-year-old little girl know what marriage entails?
Well, the parents have to consent, remember? The parents have to consent.
I don't give a flying crap. If a parent consents to their 10-year-old child, little girl getting married to a 56-year-old, those parents deserve to be rotten in prison. Because that's called neglect. That's child abuse. That's a child.
According to what? According to what?
According to God's morality, according to society, according to logic and reason, God has given everybody logic and reason. That is illogical. Jabber, hear yourself. You are defending child marriage because your prophet committed it. You are defending an evil act, an injustice towards little girls because your prophet did it. We already have an example for a past hadith where he didn't show any mercy or kindness, and you agreed with me that this was not merciful. There could have been other ways where Muhammad could have gotten around that.
Can I tell you the difference? I'll tell you the difference. One, okay, the first one you gave, yes, there was an objective reason why. I agree with you. There's an objective reason why, there's no mercy in that. Like there was no how do I say it? There was no there could have been a better way to do this. However, what you're basing this on is an assumption. Basically, there's no really objective criteria here. There's no for example, because you're a Christian, right? You follow the Bible. I'm a Muslim. I follow the Quran. So, for example, we use our books to prove our laws to be true. So, like for example, like you would have to use your Bible to prove this is wrong. I would have to use the Quran to prove that it's right or wrong, whatever it is. So, this is kind of more a scriptural thing we'd have to use.
Okay,
That's
we
kind of
both
the
can't
difference
be
here.
right. We both can't be right.
Yeah.
That's the thing. This is why I'm having this conversation. If this was just simply, oh, you have your religion and my religion, honestly, I'm not just doing it just to be a gotcha or just try to, just for fun, just go ahead and prove, oh, Islam is stupid or Islam is this. No, my point is why I do what I do is I know that we both can't be true. Be right. I know both books can't be true. I know both worldviews cannot be true. One of us is wrong. And we do have something in common, Jabir. We both believe in an afterlife. We both believe in eternal life in heaven or eternal life in hell. So I do this. I sit here because I want to show you guys, Muslims, you, Jabir, how Islam is wrong and inconsistent and how it harms people. In this case, it harms children. And to show you that there's a better place because we both believe in an afterlife. I'm not doing what I'm doing, Jabir, just to get at you. I'm not doing this because, yes, I can't stand the religion of Islam up front. But I do deeply care about the Muslim people. Muslimin people, themselves, I care deeply. Therefore, Jabir, I care. I don't know even what you look like. May never ever see you. May one day, Lord willing, I see you in the gates of heaven. I gain nothing from you. What I'm doing right now, I gain absolutely zero from you. But I'm doing this to show you why this was wrong. You brought up we both are going based on what we believe in our books. And that's exactly why what I'm doing, my word that I believe to be 100% true. Jesus said that he's the way, the truth, and the life, and nobody goes to the Father but through him. That is the one I want you to see. That is a way better way to live your life if you just submit to him. Not a prophet that we have to go pull up hadith after hadith with a bunch of questionable things. That we have to go like, yo, you can't do that with Jesus. Even the Apostle Paul, that Muslims love attacking, like we can't even read his word and go anything weird, anything like marrying little kids or doing these weird things. We can't even point out anything wrong with him morally. We can't point out anything, none of that, but we can do that with Muhammad. And it is constant. And then you find yourself needing to defend this over and over and over again. Do you not like sit down and like, why do I have to continuously defend child marriage? Why do I need to continuously defend all these weird things? Which deep down, because you're made in the image of God, you know is wrong. This is why you're trying to come up with excuses. This is why you came up with the argument, or at least attempt to come up with how Aisha was tall or tall like Muhammad. This is why, because deep down, deep within you, you know this is wrong because you are an image bearer of God. God has given you a conscience. His law is in your heart. You know right from wrong, but you, as Romans 1 says, suppressing the truth in unrighteousness. And that is what Muslims are dealing with right now. They are suppressing the truth in unrighteousness. What I want to do, I'm picturing a Muslim like a Coke can or a Coke bottle, that I shake it and shake it and shake it as the carbonation is being suppressed, and open it up and have it explode. And to realize, wait a minute, and then you leave Islam and come to Jesus. That is my agenda in all of this. Other than that, I gain nothing. You got me in a tangent. Praise God. You hear me? What I'm saying? At least are you at least hearing my heart?
I
don't
hear
mean
I
any
hear
harm?
what you're saying.
Do you see that I don't mean like anything? I'm not here to be a gotcha kind of person.
No. That's good. But I kind of like to talk about more objective stuff.
That's
For
what I'm
example,
doing.
oh, do you defend child marriage? Don't you think that's kind of subjective?
No, child marriage is subjective. Do you know there are fatwas out there? Please explain. There are fatwas out there, rulings on child marriage, that you have to be careful when you penetrate a little girl so you don't make the two holes one. It sounds disgusting, but it's a truth that's out there in the Muslim world. It's graphic, but it's a truth. People, that happens. If you have to wonder and think about that, that should tell you right there that this is wrong. We shouldn't be having this. Something's inherently wrong. If we have to worry about making two holes one and a little girl, this is evil. It's better to not do this at all instead of defending
Because, for example,
it.
no, because I want to give you a simple example.
The canal. If you know anything about biology, the
I know.
a
what
little
it is.
girl cannot take a grown man. It cannot, just biologically. So that is an objective fact. That is an objective truth.
I'm just going to have to give an example, if you don't mind me. Like, unaliving someone. Do you think that's wrong, or or you think it's right in some cases? For example,
We're not.
personally, it's like a gray area.
We're talking about child marriage and how Muhammad is a mercy upon mankind.
I'm saying you can take these both ways, like all of these things, you know.
No, I want to stay because the point is whether Muhammad, the prophet of Islam,
Yeah.
the one that's a mercy upon mankind, that is the topic. And we're looking at actions that he has committed, things that he has said, and then now we're going to judge on whether or not he's really a mercy upon mankind. So you said you want objective truth, objective facts. I just shared with you some objective facts. So knowing those objective facts, is this an act somebody that's supposed to be a mercy upon mankind would do? Is that something merciful and good?
My question I have is, where did God condemn it? Where? Just where? I just want to know where. Where
Okay,
did God condemn
this
it?
is when we go between which religion is true or not.
Exactly. This is where I want
Okay,
to go.
but here's the thing. Within this one, you have to be a Muslim. And that means following Muhammad. If you disagree with anything Muhammad has done, you are an apostate. You have stepped outside.
Mm-hmm.
You are then a hypocrite. This is why I'm focusing on Muhammad. Because if you disagree or say anything negative about Muhammad, you have stepped out of Islam.
Yeah.
Muhammad is a big part of the religion. Without him, you don't have Islam. So is this merciful? Is this a good thing? Because here's the thing, if marrying and having sex with a little girl can hurt somebody in a way that both physically and messes their messes them up psychologically, the child, why can't you just wait then? Why do you have to have sex with them when they're 9 before they hit puberty? Why not just wait? Why didn't Muhammad just wait until she became a full-grown adult? At least 16 years old.
I believe there's a hadith. You were mentioning a hadith about her playing dolls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe there's another hadith that talks about Aisha playing dolls at 16. Let me find it.
Playing with dolls at 16 is haram. Anything with the face and it makes it look like you have Rabbina, like you God's creation for a human being, and that kind of stuff, that's haram to play with as a Muslim at 16 before after you've already reached puberty.
Yeah. So how do we know she was playing with dolls with faces? What if the dolls she was playing didn't have faces?
The dolls, because the hadith literally says that playing with dolls, it doesn't have to be faces, it's just like the person. The hadith itself says that she was allowed to play with it because she has not yet reached the age of puberty. This is how we know. This is not me making it up. This is
And this
what
is
Rasul
after
said.
consummation age. And this is
It
after
doesn't. It doesn't matter whether if it was after or
It does. It
before.
does, because if
No,
it was
because you want to know
pre-consummation.
why? Because here's the hadith on consummation,
Mhm.
and it says that she used to play with dolls. Right
She
here.
used to. She used to. It doesn't say
Can
she
we- okay,
was.
let's read.
Yeah.
It was narrated that Aisha said, herself said, the
Yeah.
messenger of Allah married me when I was 6. So
Yeah.
it starts off already past
Yeah.
tense. Okay. Married me when I was 6.
Yeah.
And consummated, another past tense. So
Mhm.
this is, she's talking to this one as she got older. When she's narrating this, she's older than 9.
Yeah.
She's speaking in past tense. Okay. And
Yeah.
consummated the marriage with me when I was 9, and it
Yeah.
continues on with the grammar. Again, past tense. Used to play with dolls. So when she was 9 and he consummated the marriage with her,
Mhm.
she was playing with dolls.
Yeah, but this is important here because it's fine, because people
It's fine.
because you're arguing that she was playing with dolls after consummation, correct?
That would mean she's prepubescent. That means she has not reached puberty.
Yeah, but what if she has reached puberty? What if the prophet consummated after she reached puberty?
But
What if
that's
she was playing with dolls? What if she was playing with dolls after the contract, but before the consummation? Because you would have to prove to me that she was playing with dolls after
I literally-
consummation.
I shared with you. It
Yeah,
literally
you just
says
showed. You
that.
just showed with me.
It
Yeah.
says it right in my Jabber.
Mhm.
It says it right here. And
Yeah, you sh-
consummated the marriage me when I was 9.
Mhm.
And I used to play with dolls. How much clearer can it be?
Yeah, and I used to. This could have been between.
we-
It didn't say
okay.
after consummation. It just
No,
says and
no,
I
no.
used to.
Yeah, after consummation at 9, when she used to play with dolls. Remind you, Aisha's not narrating this when she's 9. Now, Aisha's not narrating this when she's 6. She's narrating this into adult when she's older. This is when
Mhm.
she's saying, this is why from the beginning she's speaking in past tense. She married me past tense. Looking back, okay, this happened. He married me at this age.
Okay.
And then he consummated me at this age. And I remember I used to play with dolls at that time. That's the only way to logically and coherently understand this hadith. You're trying to make it something else, as if playing with dolls is not related at all with what's being said before that. But it says comma and. It doesn't say period. I used to play with dolls.
I see what you're saying.
So is this merciful? You have to admit that Muhammad do what he did. Was that knowing what we know?
Mhm.
This is not a mercy upon mankind.
And then why doesn't back to the thing, doesn't the consent matter for either her, the consent, why does it matter?
Because
Not matter?
number one, she was a child who was actually sick when she was 6 years old, while her mother was shoving food in her mouth to fatten her up. Her hair was falling out. She was 6. So put yourself in a position right now when you
Mhm.
have when we have examples with other false prophets that did something extremely similar to this. It's like, look at Joseph Smith, who used his power to get what he wants. And that is what Muhammad did. Muhammad had power. He's became a prophet. People ended up believing who he was, and he used that to his advantage. So it really doesn't matter whether or not Aisha said she consents or not. Even though a 6-year-old cannot consent to marriage and a 9-year-old cannot consent to sex, this is biologically not there, and a normal 9-year-old does not know what marriage actually consists of, because it's not even just sex too. Marriage is a lot more than that. And Islam teaches that silence is consent. Is that really consent when you're silent? This is how we know. Did he hop off? He hopped off. It's really hard to defend it. And I know for a fact, deep down, he wants to say this is immoral. He asked for objective truth and objective facts, and this is what he wants to go ahead and talk about. I shared with him objective truth and facts about the reality of the world and the nature of child marriage. I don't know what else to do for this dude. Pray for Jabber, man. Pray for the man. We all do agree. The only ones who disagree that child intercourse is the ones that disagree that child intercourse is not bad are those that want to commit it. There are Muslims that agree child intercourse is evil, sick, and twisted, but they can't say it out loud. They can't voice it because they'll be kicked out of the Islamic community. That would mean they are now apostates. So, have it as a rule of thumb. A Muslim that is very, like Ali Dawa. Oh, if his 9-year-old, his daughter goes ahead and gets at a certain age and she's 9, I'm going to marry her off. Those are the people you have to be like, wait, hold up. But if you're uncomfortable with it and you're constantly making excuses, bro, just take the full plunge and leave Islam. Leave it. Leave Islam. Take the full plunge, homies. One second. I'm gonna... Let me see. I don't know what else to say. So, do we continue on with Mr. Other Muslim until another Muslim comes on? Muhammad, yeah. That's absolutely true. In Christianity, any doubts you have answers. And God is big enough to take your answers. He's not, he created the whole world. He ain't, he's not scared. He can take your questions. But in Islam, you can't. You have to fear that. You're not allowed to have questions. Because in Islam, if you question, you end up inevitably leaving. Because Islam and humanity just can't coexist. Yes. God in the Bible literally wants, he's like, come and reason. He doesn't just throw you to the wolves and expects you to just live. Exactly. Use your brain. It is a gift. Do not present it to God on Judgment Day, nice and shiny and smooth. That's not what you need to do. He wants you to use it. Not use it. Okay? That's so silly. Giving you an awesome gift like a brain that you could go ahead and use reason and logic, and then you're like, nah, you know what? I don't want to use it anymore. That's not what I want. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and finish listening to this dude. Remember him, homie?
Truth.
There is 50 million Muslim in Europe, and then there are 2 billion Muslim in the whole world. 2 billion Muslims of the whole world are basically 25% of the total population, and their whole countries are
Oh wait,
in shambles. In total,
wait. The Muslim said it, not me. Wait. The Muslim said it. I didn't say it. The Muslim said it.
of the total population, and their whole countries are in shambles, in total chaos, destruction, despair. Apart from a few Muslim developed countries, all of the Muslim world is in total shambles and chaos. What you
Yep. And those if you look at the Gulf countries, the reason why they're not, it's really because of oil and they're using dinero and yeah. And some will even claim they're not really Muslim countries.
would find in Muslim countries: sectarian violence, jihadist violence, Islamic extremism, restrictive law.
So basically what he's saying is that following Allah and Muhammad just causes destruction.
Laws, no human rights, no proper democracy. What do you find in those countries? And what about the scientific development, sports? What about
Very Islamophobic.
technological development? What about space exploration? Who is doing that? Only the developed countries are doing that. What are the Muslims doing? They're only focusing on hating non-Muslims. The total focus
Fight those who do not believe in Allah and the last day. Christians and Jews are the worst of creatures. Force them to pay the jizya and find themselves subdued. Where am I getting these quotes from? Like literally from the Islamic holy books. He needs to crack open his. I bet. Again, I feel bad for making. I'm sure this dude's heart is in the right place, but Asad Mahmoud, I bet his Quran is collecting dust in his bookshelf. That there's this much of dust on his Quran.
of radical Islamists and radical Muslims is on hating non-Muslims. And when they have got all of the Muslims in one country, then they will start to hate other sects of Islam. For example,
Really? Just like what happened in the very beginning with politics and who's going to be the next caliph and everything. And we end up finding all these wars and these splits. And there's Shia and Sunni. And then there's different sects of like schools of thought in the Sunni Islam and Shia. Like, really? Wow. Just sounds like literal Islam. This is what it sounds like.
in my own country, Pakistan, majority of the people are Muslims, 98% Muslim people there. What are they doing? They don't have any non-Muslims to kill. Then they are just killing each other. Sunni Muslims are killing.
Hold up. And homie, like literally saying this is what Muslims want to do. Muslims just want to unalive each other. This is what he's saying. If you're not unaliving the Christians and the Jews and the non-Muslims, they're going to end up unaliving each other. Bro, homie, why are you a Muslim? Come on, big dog. Just leave. Take the full... You're basically an apostate now.
Shia Muslims, and both of them together killing Ahmadi Muslims. What is happening in my country? Total chaos. Who is working on human rights? Who is working on science and technology? Who is working on sports? There is nothing. No one is talking about that. No one is working on those things. And what about music?
Nobody... Oh, wait.
Drama, arts. Who is working on that? No one.
First of all, music and drama and arts, those things are haram in Islam. Look at, he's trying to go spread fitna in the land. The man's apostate and he doesn't know this. And they're not going and working in the sciences and everything because they're too busy following the mercy of upon mankind, aka Muhammad. You know, there was a time where you had Muslims, when they were trying to overtake, they would go and take ideas from all these philosophers and try to work in the sciences. And then you know what ended up happening? They realized the philosophy and the sciences contradict Islam. So for a short period of time, Islam was growing scientifically. Like, wow, look at all these things. And then all of a sudden, what happened? Wait a minute, they got stuck. This is contradicting what Allah said here in the Quran. This is contradicting Muhammad. What is this philosophy? And like things, and then it stopped. And now this is why the Islamic world is in shambles. That's the fruit of following the mercy upon mankind. You're not allowed to think. You're not allowed to contribute to society in any positive, good way. You can't. Because how are you going to end up following Muhammad and what he's taught you to do? It's insane. Now, stay consistent. Leave Islam. Oh, yeah, explosives and stuff. Okay. Nitpicker. All right, let's go ahead.
You would not find any such things in most of the Muslim countries. Why? Because they are totally focused on hating non-Muslims, and when they are total Muslims in one country, then they will hate each other because of the sectarian violence and sectarian differences. I'm not against Islam. I'm myself a Muslim, but I don't want...
Not really, bro. You are an apostate. Welcome.
Islam or Sharia as the state authority or state legal law. I want law and religion to be separated. Now in Western countries, law and the religion is totally...
You can't have that in Islam. Islam is inherently a political ideology. You can't.
Two different things. State can make any kind of rules, and then they can impose all of the rules regardless of the religious preference of any person. So that is what I want. Everyone should be treated equally under that law. I don't want one law that will treat non-Muslim differently and Muslim differently.
But literally, this is what Islam teaches. Literally, this is what it teaches.
I don't want that. I want to live in an equal society. I don't want to live like these radical Islamists are planning to do. I don't want to live like that. And I'm very happy the way I'm living right now. No one is forcing me to do anything. If I have to do something, I will do it according to my own free wish and will. And then this person is planning, oh, if we bring more Muslim, quantity doesn't always mean quality.
He's calling his own people not very good. I'm
number of people in the developed world is only 1.2 billion, and that is only 15% of the whole world population. So developed countries are only 15% of the whole world, whereas Muslims are 25% of the whole world. And where these Muslims are immigrating to? All of these Muslims want to live in Western countries because of the freedoms, because of the development, progress, productivity, science, technology.
No, that's not why. They do want to get out of their war-torn countries so they can make the West equally as war-torn. They can't see the reason behind why their countries is the way that it is. It's literally because of Islam. They can't come here and assimilate. They can't. It's forbidden. And this is what he's asking. He's asking for them to assimilate, to respect where they are. But you can't do it because literally they are called to expand. The whole idea, the religion of peace. The whole idea of calling Islam the religion of peace, isn't it because they're peaceful and cute and me Allahu Akbar, nice, not Allahu Akbar, boom. That, that idea is because the peace will come in once the whole world is subjugated under Islam. Like that's what it is. And the West is Dar al-Harb, the house of war.
And the beautiful lifestyle they offer. All of these Muslims want to immigrate to 15% of the countries. Now, this is a very cunning way of taking over a country. Like you immigrate to a developed country and then you increase your number and then try to take over. You get your people elected in the parliament and then bring those laws that will help you to take over those countries. And that is what radical Muslims are doing. They are bringing their own radical friends here in the Western countries, and then they're trying to take over these countries through the parliamentary process.
Doesn't this sound like this is what Islam teaches? Like he has a problem with Islam. Wow. Asad Mahmoud, you, my friend, are an apostate. Welcome.
And what about the Muslim countries? They want to run away from them because of those preferences that you have. In Muslim countries, you are only focused on hating each other. In Muslim countries, you are only playing by sectarian rules, sectarian violence, hating non-Muslims, blasphemy laws. All of those things are going on in Muslim countries. What are you doing? And then you want to move to these
I mean, like, even the blasphemy laws. Muhammad said if anybody drew a picture of him or or wrote anything about him that's blasphemous, to literally unalive them. That's what Muhammad said. That's the blasphemy laws that he has a problem with. He has a problem with Muhammad. Leave Islam. You obviously don't like it. You obviously don't agree with it.
developed, beautiful Western countries which are created by these non-Muslims who love life, who love each other, who want to create humanitarian societies where everyone is treated equally. These societies have been built by Christians, non-Muslims, who prefer life over every other thing, who prefer people over every other thing, who prefer human rights over every other thing. They don't care about your religion. You can come to these countries regardless of your religious preferences. They will welcome you. But
Homie is an Islamophobe.
what are you doing? These kind of radical Islamists are just teaching and preaching other Muslims to hate non-Muslims. That is their first step. When Muslims are immigrating to a country which is non-Muslim, the first step should be to think positive about them. And these Muslims, basically, they have to go to mosque to do their mandatory prayers. And in the mosque, these kind of preachers, radical Islamists, try to make them hate non-Muslims. That is what these people are doing. I'm sorry.
You guys not realize how many times he keeps repeating their main thing? Oh, we want them to hate non-Muslims. Their main focus is to hate non-Muslims over and over again. Like, this obviously bothers him. Like, this is not something that's like, it's like, why do they care so much about what other people believe? Just leave them alone. They don't care about your religion, and you're coming here and you have these freedoms. Just enjoy them. But he fails to realize this is Islam teaches to go ahead and subjugate everyone that's not a Muslim. This is what Islam teaches. How do I go do that? 1 second. Escape. All right. 1 second, because I did see, before I forget, a super chat by main 6186, and he says Islam is nothing short of N-wordism. Again, like this over here, Zism. All right. It is a supremacist ideology disguised as religion. Islam colonized my country in Africa, sold us as slaves in Arab Sahara slave trade. They even sold Europeans as slaves. Yep, they sure did. They sure did. The non-Muslims, all these slaves, the women, they had them all topless, walking around, parading them around shamelessly. And you're absolutely right. Islam is an Arab supremacist ideology. That's what it is. It's a religion that forces you to be Arab. It makes non-Arabs Arabs. This is why you can go as far as Mauritania, all the way in West Africa. That's far from anywhere near Arabia, and they speak Arabic. It's because they have been colonized. They love complaining and whining about the Europeans' colonization and Europeans this and Christian countries bomb Muslim. The real reason Muslims get mad at that is because we stop their progress. The West stops their progress in these years right now in colonizing other places. That's probably it. That's it. That's why they're mad. We slowed things down for you when you're trying to subjugate the world and colonize the world, the whole world, into being Arabs. Because if Islam is not an Arab supremacy religion, if Islam doesn't force you to be an Arab, please explain to me why. You have an Italian, an Italian that ended up converting to Islam, saying regular words that can be said in English, in his language. But he uses the Arabic terms for him. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. A white, non-Arab Muslim convert wants to talk about the intentions of the heart, because their intentions in Islam is very good, right? Because not unlike in Christianity, it's like, it's not only your deed, it's your thought life too, right? But anyway, so instead of just saying, oh, it's the intentions that matter, tell me why on God's green earth there's a white Muslim convert that is not an Arab at all, that can barely pronounce even the ayat that he recites in the Quran. Why does he have to say, oh, it's about your niyyah? The word niyyah is not even inherently Muslim. It just means intentions. Something simple. If Islam is not an Arab supremacy religion that looks to not only colonize lands, but colonize your brain, why does it do that? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You can't make it make sense because Islam is one big ball of nonsense. What is Islam, guys? Islam is one big ball of nonsense. Let me go see something here. Doopy doop doop, doopy doop doop, doop 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 doop. There you go. Kaifa Dayasud, God bless you guys. Hello, Apostle of Allah. Welcome. Good to see you, brother. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's go continue this because he can't see that Islam is the problem. Islam is the actual big ball of nonsense. Let's go ahead and finish that. Doopy 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 doop 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 big ball. I need it on a t-shirt. Islam is a big ball of nonsense. That's what I need.
I don't like it.
If all the Muslims in Europe were one country, it would be in the top 10 or top 15 biggest Muslim countries in the world. It would be a big country. We're big people. So that means we need to start acting.
If you want to destroy the whole European continent, definitely give the power to these Muslims, radical Islam.
The Muslim is saying, if you want to destroy these countries, Just give the power to Muslims. Dude, take the plunge. Come to the Lord Jesus Christ. Come on, man.
Islam is, they will bring the European continent back to where the Syria is today or where Afghanistan is today. This is what they will do because they only focus on hate and just
Yeah, but they're like extra Muslim now, Syria and Afghanistan. They're extra Muslim right now. They're following Islam or attempting to follow Islam to the T right now. Homie has a problem with Islam and he doesn't realize it. He doesn't have a problem with these Muslims Muhammad Hijab is talking about in Europe. He has a problem with Islam. I hope and pray that he's going to realize that the people aren't his problem. It's the worldview.
hate.
Acting like the Muslim community have to become the consequence. Make them think, okay, well, if we mess around with this community, what's going to happen? We have to.
Yeah, this is the preaching that you are getting. You should become the consequence. Muslim community should become the consequence.
I mean, like Muhammad.
So non-Muslims should not mess with Muslims because Muslims are bullies. This is the face of Islam that these radical Islamists
This is the face of Islam.
are portraying. My Islam was not like that. My Islam was very peaceful. I am a peaceful guy. I'm living in a Christian populated area. Majority of people here are Christians and they greet me. They treat me really well. Everyone is
His Islam is not Islam.
very friendly. They help me a lot. My neighbors help me a lot. I have no problem with anyone and I greet them back and I'm very happy living among them. No problem. These radical
Yes, actually, let me go ahead and share that right now. If I could do that on my description. Hold up. Let me do that now. That's a very good idea. I will do that. So, doop. And then I'll continue on that video because I do need to keep. Let me go here like this. If I do that, can I do that? And then, okay, save. All right. I saved. Ooh, I saved it on the description, Jamie. So you got it now, homie. All right. Just click on it there. All right.
Islamists are hungry for power and they hate Western civilization. West has to wake up.
Start acting as if we have the upper hand because we do. وَكَلِمَةُ اللَّهِ الْعُلْيَا, as the Quran says. The word of Allah, it's high. The reason why the Salaf, the early generations, were so successful in spreading Islam across the world was because they had this immense amount of courage backed by this immense amount
Yeah.
of tawakkul, which means reliance on Allah. You realize that, look, I'm doing this for the sake of Allah, and it is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. Confident, then I would consider that to be an advantage, frankly. The one who's willing to commit suicide has the initiative.
The clear thing
That's literally what jihad is. What did Muhammad say? Oh, if I could go and be unalived in jihad and come back again and do it again and come back again and do it again and come back again. This is why we have all these terrorist attacks. This is the one thing that's also a one-way ticket to Jannah. You can commit all the terrible sins that you can commit in the world. But if you die in jihad, for sabilillah, for the cause of Allah, one-way ticket to Jannah. And you get your 72 virgins. That's what happens. It's even to the point where there's hadith where Aisha asks, okay, what is the jihad that she can do? And then Muhammad answered, well, for women, the biggest jihad you could do is go to Hijrah. Or Hajj, yeah, that's it. But for dudes, yep. But Mr. Assad Mahmoud is going to go and complain about this. But this is literally what Islam teaches. This is literally what Islam teaches. Hold up. This is not me. Oh, I should have shown. I wanted to show the half brain one, but let me go over here. I'm looking for the Quran verse. Or did I already read it? Oh, yeah, 1 second. Here's the tafsir where it talks about it. I already read Ibn Abbas. But let's read Jalalain. It says, this is for Surah 2:16. This is the tafsir, the explanation. Prescribed for you, obligatory for you, is fighting disbelievers. Though it be hateful to you by nature because of the hardship involved. It's hard, you may hate it, but it's prescribed for you to go ahead and fight the disbelievers. That's not me. He has a problem with Allah. Ibn Kathir boldly states that jihad is made obligatory. In this ayah, which ayah? Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 216 says, in this ayah, Allah made it obligatory for Muslims to fight in jihad against the evil of the enemy who transgress against Islam. Jihad is required from every person, whether he actually joins the fighting or remains behind. Whoever remains behind is required to give support if support is warranted, to provide aid and if aid is needed, and to march forth, and if he is commanded to do so. If he's not needed, then he remains behind. Whoever dies but neither fought, blah, 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 nor sincerely considers fighting, will die of the death of Jahiliyyah, the pre-Islamic ignorance. On the day of Fath, when he conquered Mecca, the Prophet said, there is no hijrah, migration from Mecca to Medina after the victory, but only jihad and good intention. That's it. You got what you want, but all you just do is jihad. But hey, this Mr. Muslim doesn't like it. He has a problem with Islam. I pray that he leaves Islam and comes to Jesus, because he wouldn't have this problem. This is why worldview matters. Your worldview dictates how you view the whole world. Unfortunately, Assad's worldview is incompatible with his religion. He's not staying consistent, which is a good thing. I'm very glad about that. You don't want a consistent Muslim. You do not want a Muslim who follows his religion to the T. We don't want this. You know, you think, oh, Islam can go ahead and become reformed. You know, reform Islam. Do we really want... Being reformed means to go back to its original state. Now we don't want a reformed Islam. No, we want an Islam more like this dude. Not like this dude. We don't want a reformed Islam. Oh, no. Let's continue.
Thing is that he's just saying that for the sake of Allah, hate non-Muslims, bully non-Muslims, and kill them if you have to, and kill yourself in the process if you have to. So this is what he's trying to say. This is a purely message of hate.
Jihad. Islam is literally a message of hate. Islam is a message of hate.
if Muslims are influenced by his lecture, what are they going to do? They will take the initiative, as he said, they will do individually such kind of things which are destructive for the whole society. Bondi Beach terrorist was influenced by such kind of radical imam. So what are these people doing in the
Have you looked and wondered where did they get this kind of mentality from? Why did the Bondi Beach do what he did? Why is Muhammad Hijab spouting the trash that he's spouting? Where did they get these ideas from? Why do we have so many Muslims out there believing very similar things that leads to very similar conclusions? Assad, you don't wonder that and think about that? It literally comes from the teachings of Muhammad and Allah. Again, you have a problem with Islam. You don't have a problem with the individual Muslim that's teaching.
Western countries, and why Western countries are allowing such kind of radical Islamists? I'm a very peaceful Muslim. I want to integrate, I want to assimilate, I want to live like everyone in the Western countries. I love the Western lifestyle because it gives me freedom to do whatever I want to. If I have to be pious,
It gives him whatever he wants, and it has him. One second. It gives him whatever he wants. Islam doesn't. What he likes to do is have peace and freedom, which is innate in many human beings in general. It's normal. Islam does not provide that. Islam is a disgusting religion.
I will become pious out of my own free will. No one is forcing me to. If Islamic laws are imposed on everyone, then you don't have free will to do anything else. Where's the judgment of God? These people are trying to play God. They're trying to judge people in this world, which is totally wrong. It is wrong on many levels. I just want to say at the end that Western countries.
But this is what they're commanded to do. Like literally subjugate Jews and Christians and have them pay the jizya tax until they find themselves subdued. That is judgment that Allah is telling them Muslim people to do.
Countries should wake up and do something about these radical Islamists. They are a danger for Western society. They are a danger for moderate Muslims. They are a danger for everyone. Radical Islamists are dangerous for everyone. They are no good for productivity and progress of any country. That is why they were expelled from Saudi as well. They were expelled from Dubai as well. Radical Islamists are no good for even Muslim countries. I hope you like my message. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.
That's true. They
when working class
I
people
don't know who you are. Go away. Yeah, expelled from Saudi Arabia and whatever because they're trying to be more friendly, but that doesn't mean that's Islam. They have a problem with Islam. What's going on? Let me go look at the comment sections. Oh my gosh. We are waking up. You have, let me see. Let's see. Yeah, it's a cute goat. Listen, if there's Muslim Lantern lies for a living. I don't even know why you brought that up. Let's see. All right. Again, yeah, Jabber just disappeared. He couldn't answer what I was trying to ask him. And he bounced. It's difficult to listen. Wait, 1 second. Wait, whose name? I'm confused. Whose name? Oh, I did it. Wait, 1 second. Hold up. Doobie doob, I'm gonna go look again. Ah, la 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 la. Oh man. Man, where are you now? Why can't I find it now? Huh. I can't find it now. All right, let me go see over here. 1 second. Let me go, and I got a super chat from main 61 86. Thank you so much, brother. It says Christianity was in Africa, Ethiopia, etc. way before Islam or Europeans came to Africa. European learned enterprise slave trade from Islam. The time Muslim invaded and occupied Europe, trade European as slaves. Read up and on Nizaris. Yeah, they did learn the whole African slave trade. The very beginning and cause of it was because of Islam, because they're the OG slave traders. All right, yeah, so that's what happens. Yeah. They are liars, pants on fires. All right, and let me see if I want through, because I had a whole. Can we have a brain? Oh, believe you can't have a brain and be Muslim. At least you can have a brain, but you have to be afraid of using it and be a Muslim. That's what you need. So let me go see over here. It's about my powers. It really is simply a stupid religion. Nice to meet you too. Let's see. Let's see. You can't have. Nope, you can't. All right, let me see. I have all of these, but no Muslim wanted to show up today, bro. We had Jabber, and that was it. We had Jabber, and that was it. What do we do now? 1 second. I'm waiting also for the debates to come out to be released by Modern Day Debate, and I'm going to do some reviews on those. If you haven't yet, can you please share, like, and subscribe this video? I mean, this live stream. Let people, know that, I exist. That'll be awesome. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He is braver than a lot of the big boy Abduls out there, man. Abdul cowards. That's what they are. Abdul cowards. Even the other one in the beginning, he's gonna continue on talking crap and being like, "Oh, Christianity this, Christianity that. You believe in 3 gods," and all that other trash that they enjoy spewing with their mouths. I don't understand. I don't understand. Wait a minute. Did you guys see this? Hold up. I might as well show you guys this. I thought this was hilarious. Hold up. Hey. I'm gonna go share this screen. I'm gonna go share this screen. And we're gonna go watch this. Because somebody shared this with me and I'm like, oh, that's fun. Because you guys know David and them, they all had a debate con, and they all, met up with what's his face? Jake, the fake metaphysician. And then somebody sent me this. I thought this was hilarious. Let's go.
Whole debate, man. Why you shaking? Why you shivering outside like that?
Wait for the pop, man. I was so terrified.
Okay,
Yeah,
D-Wood, what do we have to do
But
to...
then I remembered, I'm David. It's like, I had
David is wild.
the power of the pop.
Hey, Mike Jones, why you sitting there holding on to his shoulder like that, bro? Why you hugging your shoulder with your head, man?
You know how depth perception works? You know how depth perception works?
Come on, man. Why you going red in the
No, that's your boy, the Warner, man.
face, IP? I'm over the camera. I'm not next to you even right now. Why you?
It's very
Come
gay,
on, man.
Very gay. TikTok, bro. Always gonna talk about my face and everything. It's weird. It's creepy, man. I'm married. I love it, bro.
All right, so what do we got?
Hey, Diddy, what's the business? I'm face to face right now, man. Come on. What's up?
When are we gonna stop ripping the Quran and eating it and burning it?
That's what he cares about. See, like you see, Jake the metaphysician doesn't think about doxing and all these terrible things. And he had this idiot, Malik, is going, oh, we're face to face. You're not really face to face. You're TikTok screen to TikTok screen. But let's forget about telling him about, I can't. When are we gonna stop eating the Quran? Let's see the response.
Hey, he can do as he likes, bro. It's all good. But we can.
Mike, I don't know. I don't think Mike does.
Come back. Hang out. Clean language.
First, I have to finish completely destroying Malik as a warning to any future.
Hey, Diddy, you ain't destroying nothing. Hey, Diddy, move house first. Move house before you do that, yeah?
Then we're all good.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, so
Gotta make
Hey,
it
Diddy, keep scamming your fans. Keep scamming your fans for money. Why are you talking to Jake? Talk to me. Look me in the eye. Stop being a
We're
coward.
gonna have to come to some agreement.
Hey, we're gonna have. Hey, listen, nobody.
He doesn't even let you talk. He's such an annoying child. He's an annoying child. My gosh.
Nobody's gonna save you, David. David, nobody's gonna save you. David, nobody's gonna save you. David, nobody gonna save you, man. Hey, that armed security up in there is all you got.
Hey, Malik, I'm sitting
No,
in the
armed
hotel
security.
lobby and I got a bigger crowd than you get on your live streams, man.
Yeah. Hey, there's 300 people in here because of me, David.
Oh yeah.
Hey, why don't you stop? Why don't you stop? Hey, why don't you stop buying subscribers on your YouTube so we can actually see how many fans you really got?
Subscribers.
Hey, now you got the. Hey, look at this.
He's accusing him of buying subscribers. Sounds like somebody's jealous. And listen with the stupidity that he's about to say now. And consider how many people watch David on his streams.
Turkish guy behind you too. Hey, AP, come to the front of the camera, bro. Don't be scared. Come to the front.
Hey, come over here.
Come to the front. Hey,
What happened to our rap battle, man? Are you gonna do a rap battle with me?
No, yeah, the thread is horrible. The thread is disgusting. This is the fruit. These are the people that follow. Oh, look what even I paused it to. Somebody stick a knife in D Wood's gut. That's where it stops at. This is where I ended up pausing. These are the people that follow Muhammad. These are the people that go ahead and follow this dude. That's him. 1 second. Hello, Boris. Welcome.
Hey, what's up? Hey, I'm gonna make it short real quick.
Sure.
I just want to say, with some dignity, like full-on dignity, ego and pride aside, it was cool that we connected and everything, but I'm just gonna be straight up. I'm probably not gonna do the whole testimony conversation. I think
That's fine.
I definitely need some time to recap on a lot of things. You know, I guess that's just the best way to put it. I think I'm just lost in the mother effing sauce. That's just the best way to put it. So
I get it.
yeah. So I think it's just time to, take some time away from this. Like, obviously I might pop in, just chill in the comments and just see what's going on, but I think it's definitely time to dabble in, both scripture and Quran and just kind of figure out my own path. So, but I just thought I would just have some dignity and, apologize if I wasted your time in any sort of
No,
way.
you didn't. I didn't even think that at all. That wasn't even in my mind. I just wanted you to know, if you were wondering, there is a platform for you.
Okay. No, I appreciate you.
All right, that's no problem.
Well, I'm going to head out. All right.
All
Take it
right.
easy. Later.
You too. All right. Let's go ahead and continue. Oh, yeah. I just subscribed. Subscribe to Stephen Act 17.2 Apologetics. Okay? Because, like, it's somebody that can go find this, he deserves all the subscribers. All the subscribers. So all the ones, the humans that are listening right now, just go on this thing and subscribe. Okay? This deserves awesomeness. All right. But yeah, this here, that's the fruits of following somebody like Malik. Malik, the failed rapper. But I will say, he did well on one thing. He ushered in the greatest, largest Quran desecration thing in the history of the world. So there is that. We got to give credit where credit's due. He gave me awesome ideas, but let's continue this.
Hey, I don't do that. I don't do that show business. I don't do that. I don't do that show business. I don't do that show business, bro. Hey, AP, listen. If you a man, bro, if you and David a man, come to California. Just both of y'all come. I'm calling y'all to your face.
You said you were coming.
Come to Cali.
Yeah, you think you're
just come to Cali.
Come to Houston. Why are we
Come to Cali.
We're busy.
Come to Cali.
They want to have to face a real man.
Just come to Cali. You three. Hey, listen, you three.
You said Jay was boring last night.
David, you can't tell me the point.
It's like Malik is stuck in high school. He's like a freshman in high school. He's not even like a mature high school student either. This is where he's stuck. Oh yeah, we're gonna go take it outside. Why don't you come show up? This is what he's giving. It's not adult. This is child. This is my balls just dropped 5 seconds ago kind of behavior. My gosh.
Pull up and then
IP, was that boring today though? At least was that boring?
Yo, David. Yo, David. Hey, hold on, Jake. Hey, David. David, you can't bring armed security and say pull up.
Wait. Did you see that? Somebody tried to warn him. Let me see.
Malik said you were boring.
David, you can't bring armed security and say show up, bro.
Your man, who you snitching on?
Hey, David, aren't you 50?
Malik, stop snitching,
David,
man.
aren't you 50 with a...
I need to...
Malik said...
Yo, David. Hey, hold on, Jake. David.
Yeah, look. They're warning him and saying, Malik, they are recording, G. They're warning him. It's like they know that he's making... They know that he's making a fool out of himself. It's like, yo, they're recording. Calm down. What are you doing?
David, you can't bring armed security and say pull up.
Malik said you were boring.
David, you can't bring armed security and say show up, bro.
Your man, who you snitching on?
Hey, David, aren't you 50?
Malik, stop snitching,
David,
man.
aren't you 50 with a bunch of debt?
Snitching.
What's going on with that, bro?
Stop snitching on everybody, man.
Yeah?
Snitch.
Hey, David, how's your wife doing? She good?
Oh, she's great.
Like, what a lowlife piece of you. Now, if a Christian, which Christians have more respect for people and they're not evil people, did that to a Muslim, just bringing them, look, how is your, hey, Abdullah, Malik, or whatever, like, how's your wife? That's mad disrespectful, and all hell would break loose. Think how disrespectful that is. And he knows it. And that's why he did it.
Great, man.
Yeah, she good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's her name? Maria? Marie?
Yeah.
She's good? You left her in good arms?
Whoa, how did you?
Yeah, I love this part where AP comes in. This is my favorite part of the whole clip.
I know that. Whoa, look at this.
You left her with Giant Dog? You left her with Giant Dog at the crib?
Hey, hey, he's over here laughing. I'm gonna go grab a Quran. Hold on.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
no, you're not.
Go grab it.
Hey, David. No, you're not. Look what you did, Malik. No, he's not. Hey.
Hey.
Nah, hey, I'm gonna tell bro.
Hey, Speaker, hold the camera. Hold the camera. Run it up
right now. Not on my one.
Why he scared?
He's going upstairs, bro.
He's going upstairs, bro.
Hey, David, if you a man, come do it in front of Jake and Speaker right now. Come do it. Yeah. David, run. Hey, David, run. Hey,
You want to be an idiot? You get a Quran.
hey, where's IP?
Hey,
Hey,
it's calling from me, bro.
Hey,
I'm
I
keeping 100. Hey, y'all better really call the police if y'all want to play that shit. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna play that shit. Ain't nobody. Hey, but hey, ain't nobody here disrespecting your book.
All right, these heathens here are going to use cuss words, so brace yourselves.
So I'm gonna keep it real on everything I love. Ain't nobody. I don't give a fuck if there's 500 people here.
hey, show
Nobody
me who around.
disrespecting no
Show me who around you. Show me who around.
Thank you, Malik.
Who's that? AP? Where's the other
No,
guy?
they went upstairs, bro.
Oh, they ran upstairs?
Yeah.
Hey,
but
all these little groupie fanboys sitting over there. Hey, let me holler at the groupie fanboys. Hey,
what
groupie
happened?
fanboys. Hey,
Christians
groupie
want to talk to
fan.
Malik? Any Christians want to talk to Malik?
No, just put the camera over there. Let me talk to him. Hey, groupie fanboys, listen. Y'all gonna be on the wrong side of history with this one, man. Y'all gonna be on the wrong side of history. Like, look at this guy with the mustache. Hey, bro, listen. If I saw you in real life, bro, you would not rip no Quran.
Which one you talking about?
No, I'm talking.
Now he's going to go ahead and just start talking crap with two random guys. This is this idiot. He's going to go start verbally harassing these random guys.
About Goop, well, both of y'all actually. So both of y'all,
He's been cool so far. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, listen.
But Malik, he's actually been cool this whole time.
Hey, this my problem with y'all. Y'all wouldn't rip no Quran in front of us. Y'all wouldn't do it.
Anyway.
Yeah,
So
Nobody's even ripped the Quran.
Oh, so y'all copping please now, huh? Why y'all copping please? So why y'all watching other? So why don't you check? Why don't you check your Christian brothers that do it?
Because that's their business.
That's their business. Y'all all bride. Yo, wait, hold on, bro. You all bride of Christ though. Y'all all going to the same spot. So why y'all not?
Okay. So wait. So
bride of Christ out?
When does Christ say that you can't rip a Quran?
He said to rebuke, judge righteously, right? Doesn't the
And that's what they're doing. They're judging rightly. The Quran is a piece of trash and deserves to be ripped up, especially since you guys think it's okay for you to go ahead and threaten and dox Christians. So in response, you get your book torn up. That's normal. That's an okay thing to do. Matter of fact, that's a moral thing to do.
The Bible say judge righteous? Okay, if you're judging righteously on somebody that's ripping the Bible, what's the judgment?
So when
what's the judgment?
When you dox people, people and you put people's personal information,
I hear you.
Kids and wives.
Okay, watch this, bro. Okay, so who doxed who first?
Okay?
Who doxed who first?
He read your name on an internet.
He
read your name on an internet.
And I read his name on an internet article too, which has his
internet. So where did the address and the phone number?
That's all on Google, bro.
Literally mentioning somebody's
chopped hairline. Check this out.
You see, he's gonna start disrespectful and being rude to this random guy. This all he did wrong was just exist and be a Christian. But now he's gonna go disrespect his hair. Hey, chopped hairline. Yo, failed rapper.
Out.
Come on, man.
Hey, chopped hairline.
What are
Listen
we
up.
doing?
If we typing in David Wood on Google, hey, listen, bro, you got the zigzag hairline, bro. Relax. Now listen, I'm telling you this right now. If I type in his name just like he typed in,
You're a failed rapper and you're a snitch. You're a failure at life. And this is why you are spending your days doing this. You have nothing. You're doing nothing for society. You're trying to make yourself some kind of relevant. And the same people like David Wood that you're coming after and you're disrespecting, that's the one that's making you relevant somehow here on YouTube or TikTok. That's the only kind of relevance you have. What you should be doing is going and typing out a nice letter of thank you, David Wood. And then also the others that you went off and doxed, you IP and them, go and write the thank you so much for giving me some fame. This is what I was craving back when I was trying to be a rapper. But unfortunately, I do not have that gift. I suck. But apparently, I'm a really good douchebag. That's what you should be doing. But instead, you're being an idiot on TikTok, the dumpster fire of the internet, being disrespectful to a random dude that you don't even know.
just because he's got more info than mine, he still doxed me. You still doxing somebody
from reading a public article.
Okay,
and I typed in your stage name.
Me too. I had no idea about him until after David. And the thing is, David didn't even start bringing us talking bad about him. He was just writing out his own Dawa people. For all we know, Malik's probably took this as a chance, being, yes, this is my chance to be relevant. My gosh.
That information pops up.
Hey, bro,
so
check
if
this out.
anybody Googles you,
check
that's
this
what
out.
pops up.
I hear you. Wait. Yes, of course.
Did you Google it and just get it?
Google.
All right, let me go see what he said there's a number 2. But first, I want to do this first. What? Let me go stop sharing. Stop sharing, bruh. Okay. And then I'm going to go copy. I'm going to put this link in the description of my video. Enter. And then save. I wonder if there's the second one. Because I saw that was supposed to be episode 2. Oh, yeah, it is part 2 right here. Okay. I got it. All right. I got part 2. Let me go look at here first. No, you can't. Alba says you can't have a proper conversation with this Maloinks. He just wanna hear. Yeah, he just wants to hear his voice. That's facts. Remember what he got upset by the Dawa dudes for? Remember why he started snitching on them? Called him a Mossad agent? I'm just saying. I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying. This is it. Okay, let me go over here. All right. Let me go and share because I found the part 2. I didn't see the part 2. So this is actually my first time as well. So let's go ahead and see this.
This is what I don't understand. What I'm about to say to him. Why aren't you going?
I love. Look at David.
But you're
I love that. You know, he looks like a like Tigger, you know, but Tigger now has become a Christian and it's fighting against Islam. And this is his protective layer. This is what he looks like. He just needs a Tigger tail that bounces around with Quran versus going all around it. I love it. Where am I going?
All other people when you do that.
Hey, Diddy, if you're a man, do it. Don't be a.
He incorporated his family.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
So go after him. But what does this have to do with it?
He came in and cheat. He came in and cheated print
But
outfit.
it's getting at other Muslims.
Exactly, and y'all put the pressure to stop him.
No, hey, we got, hey, hold on, hey. So hold on, when we put pressure on Logic, hey, when we put, hey, David, stop talking, just do it. Do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Zero hikmah.
Do it. Just do it.
Low hikmah.
He does have very low hikmah because he doesn't understand who David Wood is and what he would do. Oh my gosh. Like, and somebody's saying swing. Somebody earlier says, like, why is everybody just leaving him do this? Like, look, swing.
Just do it. Hey, Diddy, just do it quickly before I get Lucian. Hey, man, before we get Lucian, bro, relax.
Let me get that. No, but I'm saying, let me buy it off you. Let me get it. I want it.
If he gives in to his threats,
I want it. Thank you very much.
that only
Hey, Diddy, you a pussy, bro. Hey, you a pussy, Diddy. He ain't doing nothing on camera.
Should be not doing nothing on camera. He's literally wearing a Quran onesie. He's wearing a Quran onesie on his person. David Wood has the Quran on his butt here. What do you mean doing nothing? This dude is an idiot. David Wood, while he's wearing that Quran onesie, he's sitting on the Quran. David Wood, when he's wearing that onesie, he's going into the bathroom. And we can't bring the Quran into the bathrooms. And he's saying he's not doing nothing. Oh my gosh.
I'm not saying this is the only way to do it. That's just what he's on, bro.
Hey, Diddy, I like that. Submissive behavior.
I don't expect you to like it.
Submissive behavior. We like that,
You're
Diddy.
asking like, oh, if I ripped the Bible, then what?
Hey, Diddy, I like that submissive behavior.
And here's the thing.
I like that submissive behavior, man.
David ripping or desecrating the Quran.
Yo, this is getting mad Al-Zudi. He keeps telling him, I like that submissive behavior. Like, first of all, you're obviously a bottom. Second of all, David Wood is a married man. He's a straight Christian male. So be careful with your words. You keep talking about, I like your submissive behavior. He's not gay. Go find Warner.
Make Islam. We're trying to get
Nah. Hey, let me holler at the guy real quick.
AP said he wants to genocide, so that's why.
It is literally.
Okay, hey, AP, you so shy. Hey, AP, why you so shy in person, man? Why you so shy? Hey, AP, you got 100 racks off Central, and that's what you're wearing? That's what you're wearing? You got 100 racks?
What? You're wearing a fisherman's thing on your barrel thing on your head. Oh my gosh. I feel like whenever I hear Malik, I always think of like, if I only had a brain. Because he don't got one.
How your crib in Chicago doing? Hey, you own that? You own that crib in Chicago or what? You own that crib in Chicago or what? You own that crib in Chicago?
404.
The one in Chicago.
And so that's
You own that one?
This guy's getting but that,
Hey, fruitcake, you cheat on your wife. You cheat on your wife in Israel, bro. Shut your ass up.
Muhammad stole the wife of his adopted son because he was lusting after her. And then everybody started making fun of Muhammad because he went and married his adopted son's wife. And then because people were making fun of him, he ended up making haram one of the most beautiful things any other human being can do for a child. He ended up forbidding adoption. Why? Because that retarded Muhammad, who's a so-called mercy upon mankind, had his little feelings hurt by pointing out the damn obvious. And you're gonna complain? Shut up. Go check your prophet first before you go and you bother somebody else.
Hey, bring AP back. AP, why you cheating on your wife,
We got the Quran, bro.
Look, he just gave me this, bro. He literally gave me this right now.
It don't matter. Listen, put me back on with put me back on with the other guy.
Who? D Wood is over here, bro. He's posing. He's doing the photo shoot.
Hey, D Wood, stop snitching. Stop going over there snitching, bro. Hey, who you over there snitching, whispering to? Come back over here.
no one would have even seen this.
Come back over here, man.
Get ready for phase 2.
My gosh, I love that onesie. I love it. Oh my gosh. You know, I hope he ate a lot of Mexican food while he was wearing that.
Come back over here. Hey, Diddy Wood. Stop crying and collect your money. Hey,
You know, beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot, the better you feel. You know, while he's wearing that. I'm a child, excuse me.
stop crying and collect your money. Hey, Diddy, stop crying and collect the money. Crying and collect the money, Diddy Wood.
What I'm trying to say is these guys should both stop.
I agree with you. Like that.
Hey, he started it. Hey, he started it. I finished up. He started it. I finished it.
Better than war.
I didn't think I'm saying.
Like I said, I respect.
Hey, you started. I finished it, blood. It's all good.
Is this guy in it for the good of Islam?
Yeah, of course I am. Of course I am.
Okay, hold on.
Let me holler at him. I'm not good for Islam. Of course I am.
Is he in it for the good of Islam?
Yes, I am. Yes, sir.
I'm not asking.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking what you think.
Why do you talk to me yourself?
He's saying,
bro, you ain't even Christian, bro. No, it's not even just that.
I don't know. That's what he's saying.
Wait, Jake.
Internet article.
Okay, Jake.
About him getting.
Okay, Jake. Wait, Jake.
He said that's him getting doxxed.
Hey, bro. Yeah, that is doxing.
Is that the truth? See, so he's agreeing with me.
He's a lawyer. Is that doxing?
Oh, shut up. He's annoying. Like, for real.
No, is that okay? So your people are saying no, you did not.
Okay.
So are you willing to apologize?
Okay, wait. Hold on, bro. Hey, hold on, bro.
Are you willing to admit that you're
relax? Can you shut up? So
Are
I can talk?
you man enough?
No. Are you man enough? In front of my face, you wouldn't say nothing. You get your ass beat. In real life, you get your ass beat, bro. So shut up with all that tough talk. Okay, now watch this.
Can somebody explain to me what this man did except for exist? Why is Libiano going after? Look what his name. Why is Malik going after him? What did this man do except exist? That he's making fun of him, talking about him getting beat. Like, you don't ever know with these Muslims anymore, especially with Malik. I'm like, is it in the Al-Zut sense? What's going on? What did this dude do to have Malik go after him like this? Following in the footsteps of Muhammad? Probably. It really is. Abid, yep. Could very much be so. Let's see. All Pacific Atlantic North, all he's ever done is talk behind a screen. I don't know where he gets this idea that he's a tough guy. He's not a tough guy. He's a pansy. He's a little delicate flower. No.
Hey, bro, watch this, bro. Let's put the doxing thing aside. Before the doxing, was he ripping up Qurans?
Yeah, why? But you gonna put the doxing things aside? So you admit that you were doxing him, you idiot? It astounds me that you know when you get up to put one foot in front of the other when you gotta walk. Because you, sir, are stupid. Like, there are some people that like they need to constantly thank God that breathing is automatic and they don't have to think about it. Because they would forget. My gosh.
Yeah, he did before when Muhammad came.
No. But hey, bro, listen. You ain't gonna rip up a Quran every time you get in a hissy fit with somebody. That's not how this works.
Okay.
You agree? Do you agree? Do you agree?
I do it anyway.
Don't cop, please. You're talking on his behalf right now. Is it okay? Is it okay every time you get into a beef with somebody that you gonna rip Qurans? Yes or no?
That you go after what's dear to them?
Yes or no?
For the next debate?
He said no. Security over.
Okay. You want to say what's up to everybody on my live?
No. That's not. He's a behind the scenes guy, man.
No, he hosts too sometimes.
Okay. Oh, he does?
Yeah. You host too sometimes.
I do it online.
Yo, speaking, Psycho.
Oh, guest violation warning, bro. We need to shut
Psycho, guys.
Yo, Malik.
I gotta drop the whole panel. Hold on a minute.
Bro, we need to save this live.
Yeah.
Cut
All
it
right.
out.
What a dumpster fire. Yeah, Jake does not even check Malik even once. He doesn't even check him. He doesn't even check him. What a trash person. What utter trash. But I do love I love that onesie. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let me go ahead and check this. Sheikh is no sheikh. TikTok, yep. TikTok kicked him out. Good. I mean, like, somebody like Malik, dang. But you just to go to show you have Muslims that are there and they don't even tell him, like, yo, this stops. And the other Christian, he's coming up, is like asking him, like, do you think that this dude is actually doing these things for the good of Islam? And you're afraid to say anything. You don't want to say anything wrong against the guy. And you could literally see this dude doesn't give a crap. Out there looking like a whole idiot. All right. Anyway, so that's it for today. That's enough nonsense. Make sure you go and subscribe to his channel. And we're proud of that. Wait. And we're proud of that. Wait. Maybe Malik has some dirt on Jake and that's why Jake is checking him? Isn't checking him? But isn't that Jake didn't even include him on the list? Malik is so unimportant. But possibly, maybe, you never know. You never know with these people. All right. So, guys, stay away from Islam. It's terrible. It's an evil religion. It causes you to be stupid. It forces you to turn off your brain. It brings no good. It does nothing of importance at all. Leave Islam. Come to Jesus if you are a Muslim listening. And who was way better than anything Muhammad did. Muhammad cursed women because a little girl was sick and they asked about putting on a wig. Muhammad goes ahead and takes prepubescent girls and grapes them. But it's marriage. But grapes them. He commanded so much evils that you have to constantly defend yourselves on. Come on, just leave it. It's much easier for you just to stop trying to defend stupidity. So, if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, like and share. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, like and share. And peace and grace, guys. Islam is retarded.